On the last week, gold traded as low as 1504 and as high as 1703. Numbers are rounded and the market is closed. On the last trading session of a Friday, gold printed a closing price about 1528, down $173 from the high. The moving averages, in terms of moving averages, gold is trading below its all daily simple moving averages except the 200 days daily simple moving average, and the momentum is seen weak. And for the RSI readings, it's bearish on the daily chart, 35 and 49 on the weekly, and 71 on the monthly chart. It's still overbought on the monthly chart. For the supports and resistance, supports are seen about 1504. The low for Friday, if cleared, there will be 1480, and then after that there is 1450 major support line. And for the resistance, it's 1541 to 1547. This is a very supportive area, resisting area. Then 1571, then 1600. That's all. We'll move on now to the calendar. On the economic calendar for the coming week and from the United States, there are so many important economic headers to be released, but the most important economic headers are the Fed interest rate decision on Wednesday and the FOMC statement and the FOMC press conference. Those should be the place of attention, and the Fed is expected to take the rates to zero. That's all. We'll go on now to the strategy. Hi again. Gold started the week positively, and we have seen an attempt to break out, which found rejection. Then an extensive sell-off took place that lasted 4 days in a row. And what we can say on this is that people are out of their mind, surely. And I don't know who does still trust the Fed, because the Fed got nothing in its hand to do for the markets at the moment. Fed is going to do quantitative easing, this is for sure, and going to take the interest rate for zero. So what do you expect? You don't want to be near the US dollar. US dollar is overloaded. But however, the market decided to sell off the gold. Though of this stuff sell off, I still see gold in the long run. It's in a bull market. Surely the sell off was extensive, and it's forced gold now into a correction, which could be somehow deep. But I shall create an opportunity to buy gold. If we will take the scenario of 2008, sold off about 25% from 1000 to 750, and then later on in a month or two recovered these losses, and in 3 years tripled in the value from 1750 to 1911. So I'm sure this what is going to take place right now. Due to the fact that Fed is meeting next week on 18th of March, and it's expected to take the interest rates all the way down to near zero or to the zero itself, gold could attempt to rally, but it will find a great amount of resistance about 1640. Cycle-wise, gold topped about 1703, so however things goes, it's less likely that gold could print a higher high. It's theoretically impossible at the moment. So look for the rallies as a chance to sell. We do expect that the market will bottom around 1400. What we have right now, that people does have money, and they cannot spend the money because of this major lockdowns that we have had around the world. Most of the countries are in lockdown, and other countries which they don't have the viral infection so far, but they are thinking of going through this lockdowns as well. So there is so much money and people are not spending, which creates deflation. Deflation is not good for gold. On the other side, also factories are closed, farms are closed. Okay, so in a matter of time, in a month or two, there will be so much money out there, but there will be less goods. So this will create inflation. And once inflation is there, gold will skyrocket immediately. The best thing that you could do this week is to set aside as much as you can and watch if you got the chance to buy gold as cheap as 1450. That will be a great entry on the buying side. And if you do catch gold at above 1600, it's also a great chance to sell. There was technical damage. Gold cannot climb from here to new highs, as I said earlier. So if you are going to sell nearby for 1640, use a stop loss that is above 1640. Both cases take advantage of the cheap gold and buy physical gold. Central banks around the world are going to print money until their hands bleeds, and this money certainly after the aftermath of what is happening right now, gold is going to rally to maybe 2100, 2500, 3000, God knows. That's all. We'll see you next week in another video.